Yeah. All right, people. We are here today, dropping some more stuff, understanding what it is that we're here to do and how we're gonna do things. What I really want to do is just really share with people um, and bring about some exposure to some situations that has happened. And the most important thing to me is the idea of prayer. One second, let me take care of this light real quick. So back, and as you can see, I'm in the studio, and let's get this part going. In the studio working, downloading some plugins and whatnot, and I'll try to show you as much as I can. Just doing some work and talking about dealing with how you pray. The prayer part that I'm talking about, and it's most important for people to understand this. The prayer is action. The prayer is not just sitting around begging or pleading your case. It's actually going out and proving your case, proving your life, proving your very existence, showing people who you are and what you're here to do. You're going to run into some issues. You're going to run into haters. You're going to run into people who got the Smith syndrome. You've seen the movie The Matrix. You got a lot of these people out here. And trust me when I tell you, they're out here. You can ask people that that I explain how that situation works. They're now getting it. They're now understanding that Smith syndrome and mentality is live in effect. There are people out here who just only care about what it is that they're here to do or how they want to proceed with their life by imitating you and stealing your life and your energy, trying to become you, and then try to act like all is well. And then when the stuff explodes in their face, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it. And so what do you think is going to take place in the future? And so years ago, I wrote this song. This is very, very funny. And I'm gonna open up the other one that's somewhat mixed. But I wrote this song called the Prayer. And the prayer is dealing with a prayer that I'm talking about. Is talking about how we want to be guided. If your steps are ordered by the Lord, the law, your steps are ordered, and you're going to be one who's going to deal with a world that is not realistic. And in that unrealistic view that they have, which is a point of view, you're going to be able to expose who they are. You're going to be able to expose who they are and what they're really not. And there are a lot of people out here right now that's trying to become something they're not. And what they're doing is they're stealing people's identity. They're copycatting people. They're cloning your image, your likeness. They even got AI that sounds just like you or me. Unfortunately, I know how to deal with that situation. I didn't get into technology not to understand the technology and how it works. So there are people out here that are really, really lost and they're hurting. I was watching a movie called Stiznicki or whatever his name is, and I didn't get a chance to finish watching the movie because I didn't get back up here and get some stuff done. But in the movie, these guys, since they were young boys, one guy was abused by his father, and again, giving you a quick synopsis on what I understand. The young guy was successful, but he grew up in a painful life and he had to make somebody up to become the bad guy so that he wasn't looked upon as the bad guy. And this came from being stuck in that stigmatized mode where the abuse that he went through from his father caused him to just keep lying. So they created this guy named Stiznicki, something like that. And so when they created this guy at a young age, they burnt down somebody's house, and so that's the beginning of the movie. And after burning down the house, they had to keep creating this guy because when you're not living in your truth and dealing with yourself, and the movie is really great if you really pay attention to the things that are going on. So when you look at the movie, the young man never dealt with his issues as a young boy. He was abused. His arm was broken by his own father, and that's traumatizing. And that being the case, you're dealing with a young boy who grows up and still hasn't become a man, and he's his issue is based upon him not being realistic. And so he consistently creates this lie for this guy, and they had to go pay and hire an actor. And the actor loved the lines, the role so much in the movie that he actually went and changed his name to become this guy. Pay close attention. I'll break this down. Yeah. Spoiler alert. So the guy becomes the guy who they paid him to become as an actor because he's also running from a life that he lived that's a lie. And so in this mode that he's in, he hooks up with the guy it's karma. They hook up with each other. They both have a past of fear and doubt and lack of faith and self-control. And so the actor who's paid to act and lie, he's so good at it, he did the research. And I'm telling you, I experienced this in real life. I'm telling you now, I met people, or people forced themselves into my life. And these people were so damn good at their acting. And I called them bad actors. As a matter of fact, the legal system calls them bad actors. When a police, a policyholder breaks the law, they call him or her a bad actor. They were not acting out their role that is based upon their duties and is really taking an oath to the Constitution. They failed to do so. That makes them a bad actor. They are now acting outside of the law. So in the movie, you have the guy who's the paid actor, who's a bad actor and comes up in his mind, he's a great actor, which he was in the role. And he wants to now become the Stiznicki guy. And he gets hired based upon his acting to become some boss and leader of some company that's dealing with a merger. And this is important because they use the key elements in this movie. A merger is accepting someone else's success and flaws or failures as they accept yours, and then you merge as one, and you deal with the issues of the fallout afterwards, and then it becomes a hostile takeover. And in most cases, most people don't understand what a hostile takeover is. A hostile takeover is that now someone, one company that merged with the other is at fault and created the issues, and now we got to get rid of their ass. And getting rid of them is going to take us doing the due diligence of creating legalities and all kind of issues and hiring attorneys who are good enough to get you out of the contract so you can begin the hostile takeover. So the funny thing about the movie is, as I was getting ready to cut it off and come back into the studio, but what I understood about the movie was that the two guys the most had to learn to stop running from their past and accept it and deal with it within themselves so they can overcome themselves and the issues of the past that got them to the journey that they were on, so that journey, the crooked path could be made straight now. And the only way to get that path straight is to literally address the issues within yourself. And I'm speaking to somebody right now. I am speaking to people who have lied on not just me, but other people. And you have created this fictitious energy of information, and you had to keep lying. And every lie, you had to re-lie again and over. And you had to build up the story so bad that people are now looking at you like, this shit is not possible. This cannot be real. And that's what ends up happening. That's how he got exposed. Someone did some real due diligence and research and found out this dude was a paid actor. He wasn't really Staznicki or Stiznicki or whatever the name is. And ain't that funny? The dude who hired, who had the broken arm as a young boy and got his friends in trouble, and they all started using Stiznaki or Stiznicki as their fall guy. And so now everybody is like, wait a minute, man, we started doing this because of you. And I was there when your father broke your arm, and we know why you wanted to stay at our house all the time, because you weren't comfortable at home and you had some pain. Deal with your pain. Deal with your issues. The towers that are coming in your life right now is because of you. The issues that you're facing right now, that you went across the world to hire some warlock or witch to try to pray and put death spells on people. The issues that are showing up in your life right now is because you had to rely. And now you got to rely on yourself, because nobody's going to believe you anymore. People are going to understand that you are such a good liar that it becomes so good that it's unbelievable. As they say, it's so good, it's too good to be true. Well, let me tell you something. That's what happens after you rely and you rely upon your lies. And your lies have to be relied over and over again. And then they take on different legs and extremities and different visions. And then you got to create a person to fit this image. And that's what people are doing out there. I'm telling you now, you're not righteous. You need to get yourself together. Get off the drugs and alcohol that you're on. Get off this dangerous path that you are on right now and get your head together. Free your mind and your ass shall follow. That's very true. When you free your mind, your two temples where you live between, when you free your mind, your body will follow that freedom. And when you're creating lies, Ellis, Ellis Pike, you guys are going to reap what you sow. And you can't sit back and blame nobody. The lie is now going to rely on another lie, and that lie is going to catch up to you. And then once it's reliable, they're going to know that you are the one who created the fictitious entities and images of other people, and that you slander somebody and defame them for the sake of a lie. And it starts with the inner boy inside of you that you would not let grow up, facing reality. And now everything in your life that you was trying to ruin in my life or other people's lives, now you're ruining your own. That's what a relie does. You're relying on a lie. And that lie, one thing about the truth, it outlives the lie and the relie. The truth is still here. Hello. The truth is still here. It is not left here. It is not going anywhere. You'll leave before I do. Trust me. That's why I'm giving you this opportunity. Go repent, man. Go get your turn 180 degrees. Turn your life around. Turn it around. I got an album out right now. Listen to the song, Turn It Around. In the bad times, turn it around. I have. Turn it around, and you can turn it around. And we shall turn it around. Turn it around, man. Turn that stuff around, man, in your life. Right now, we are praying for people to get themselves together. You got this opportunity. It's a small window. It ain't that big. It's a very small window. The new moon shining high up above the metropolis saying, who gonna stop us? Baby girl, baby boy, all you people that done built up this reliable lie is now facing the karmic energy that you put out there. Everything, well, if the earth is a globe and the globe is a circle, then everything comes back karmically in a circle. It returns to center. And that's the analogy I'm going to break down for you. So in the song that I'm sitting here saying, God is from the path of light, God is to the path of light and righteousness. But everything that we do, we bless nonetheless. We are trying to walk in righteousness while there's a world of people trying to hinder us from walking in righteousness. Why, why am I addressing this? We want to be guided to the path of light and righteousness. No matter what the lies that have been put out there, no matter the harm, the spells you're casting, the fictitious things you're doing, the credit cards you're creating in my name and image, my investments and stuff you're trying to steal, trying to get now my crypto stuff, my NFTs you've been trying to get after, and all the stuff you've been, my properties that you've stolen, which is held in a trust and it's sitting right there in the Federal Housing Authority, HUD, and Fannie Mae, sitting right there, that they've done the research and know that my property's always been held in a trust. I don't own it. The trust does. So suing me or trying to get me into your court by a fictitious name, talking about a guy or a lady with a similar name to the trust is a real person in the Army Reserves. You lie. You lie. And now that lie is coming back to haunt you. You can't even sleep at night. You can't even face your children. The guilt and shame, you can hide it with drugs and alcohol all you want to, or trips and fun. You're running out of money anyway. So all the stuff you're doing, the lie, the re-lie, is unreliable. And so now you have to face the causation that you cause. And the reality is, get right, become righteous. And that'll help spare your life. You can now work on you instead of trying to work on me, create a negative image about myself by going into courtrooms and talking to judges secretly and Googling people and creating all this fictitious stuff and putting paperwork in places that you know is fraud. There are people right now that are holding this paperwork right now. No, that stuff you put out there and posted and those filings you man, look here. You can't file a false claim in any court, whether the court is whatever type of court it is, especially if it's claimed to be constitutional. If it's a Article 3 court and you filed that in that court, the only thing you can say, we were bad actors, we made a mistake, but we didn't mean any harm. That's your best bet, because all of this is coming back to bite you in the ass. I wrote this song in 2012, and I'm getting ready to put it out again. And I'm telling you, when you hear the song and you hear my story, when my book drops this year, and when the documentary drops, and the album is the soundtrack to both, let me tell you something. You're going to be amazed of how I was able to foresee a lot of stuff and navigate through it. Because again, when you have to deal with people who are liars and they have to rely upon the lie and keep the lie going by lying again and relying and relying and relying, when you tap into your righteousness within yourself and the kingdom of God is within you, it opens up both of your hemispheres, your solar plex. The love of the Most High, the Creator, gets in you. It gets through you, and you are manifesting the kingdom of God. And then there are people who both hate you and like you, or love and hate you. Why is that? Because they are hurt young boys and girls. They need to grow up. They need to get themselves together, and they need to get healing. There are people, here's your opportunity. Find the hem of the garment of a righteous person and just touch it. Here's one. Figuratively speaking, again, the hem of the garment of a righteous person is just seeing what their lives are really like and then trying to mimic that. I tell you another good movie, The Book of Clarence, who actually became a righteous person in the film and was resurrected from being crucified because he didn't realize he had started walking on water. I'm telling you, man, I am enjoying life so much, no matter what people have done and how they hated on me and created all these illusions when I was just trying to come out and reach out to the world and help people. And then you get the crazy stuff from people, the toxicity from people, and that just teaches me, it gets lonely at the top, man. It really It really gets lonely at the top because you're dealing with people who don't understand themselves and the faults that are within themselves and how they are struggling within themselves to become a better person. So they attack righteous people, star seeds, people who are truly illuminated. We walk in a room and all the eyes are on us, as Pac said, and then those eyes, some of them, some smile and some pout. But that's the way it is when you're getting rich, son. Jealousy's a bitch when you're becoming number one. I understand this stuff because I wrote my own script. I am my own Bible. I am my own book. That's what Bible means. It means book. And you are the temple of the living spirit of God. We all are connected no matter what. Yours may be dark at this time, but you have a chance to lighten that bad boy up. You got a chance to guide yourself to the path of light and righteousness. And here's your opportunity. So I pray right now that you get off your behind and you go seek the kingdom of God within yourself. I don't care what religion you're in. I don't care what your past is. You start cleaning your path and make that crooked path straight. Straighten yourself out. Get yourself together right now. You only have a few moments, few days, few months, few years. You don't know. We don't, man. Look here, man. What people don't realize is the reality of being so toxic and vexatious. And somebody had the nerve to say I was a vexatious litigant because I'm defending my property or the property that I am to receive as the beneficiary that my trust owns. I'll say it again. My trust owns the property, and I have the documents to prove it. I have the receipts, baby boy, baby girl. Don't worry about that. You know it because you saw it. We sent it to you. You got that information years ago when you tried to file your case in California, and they kicked your case out, saying you were not a party to this whole situation. So come on, man. Look, the more you sit back, the more I'm going to PREY. Go get yourself right because you're running out of time. Trust me, you're on the wrong path. The right path, go choose it right now. It's your opportunity to go choose that path. And when you get on that path, stay on it. No matter how hard it gets, stay on that path. That's my prayer for you. Get on the right path, stay on that bad boy. Stop the lying, the drug taking, the drinking, the alcohol, the deceiving, the relying, and then the lying. And then you got to keep trying to destroy somebody's life when you're destroying your own. Do you know the power of chaos that when you created that? You're not the creator, but you are a process of creating things here and you're manifesting things that you're going to have to reap because that's what you sowed. Seed time and harvest. Seed, wait for a while, and then the harvest will come. The problem is you don't want that harvest that you don't plant it. And I wouldn't want it either. Again, still here, still handling my business, still standing on business, still doing what I'm here to do. And what are you doing? Are you creating the chaos that's coming back to your life? Are you creating the drama or the toxicity that you don't want in your life? And are you copying somebody that you can't be because you don't like yourself? Go find yourself, get yourself together, lift yourself up, stay on your journey, and leave other people alone so that you can find yourself. We know why people are so toxic because they don't like themselves. People, that's why it says, the scripture says, what defiles a man? And the answer was, that which goes in him, not what comes out. It's what's in him that comes out later. It's what, seed time and harvest, and then ear gate, eye gate, mouth gate. Ear, eye, mouth. Ear, hear, see, speak. Seeds are planted, you manifest it. Seeds are planted, you manifest it. That's what you're doing. You have you got a few moments to get yourself together. That time is creeping up on you. You know it. Some of you are going to have to turn yourselves in. Some of you are going to try to flee the country. Some guy told me, what did this dude say? He said, you pointed a gun at somebody. First of all, if I pointed that gun, you would not be telling that story. Let's be realistic. And number two, I don't have guns, I have arms. So I don't point arms at somebody without the intent of using it. And if I have to pull it out and point it at you, that means I am a fear of my life. And if I have fear of my life, I have the right to stand my ground. And if I have the right to stand my ground and I'm on my ground and you are invading my space and my privacy and you are threatening and running off and screaming like a crazy wild man, that's justified. So let's understand some reality here, man. Go get yourself together, all y'all. Y'all need to get yourselves together. It's a process. I encourage you to go through the process, go through the journey, man. The path of light and righteousness. It is a hard journey. It is not easy because you're going to run into people like yourself. And here's the key: when you face somebody like what you did to other people, endure it, man. Endure it. Endure it. You planted those seeds, seed time and harvest, and then get yourself so straight that where those towers don't keep appearing in your life, to where now you can start planting righteous seeds and receive a righteous harvest. That's my prayer for you today. That's my prayer for everybody. These wars in this world needs to end. It is unrighteous. It serves no purpose, and innocent people, especially children and women, are dying. There are people right now coming into other people's countries and getting the benefits that where people who have been forced into labor, which you call slavery, have not even been paid or taken care of. There are people, just like the movie Killers of the Flower Moon, which my family went through that. And you're trying to tell me I'm not who I say I am? I checked the doll rolls. I got a copy of it. When my book comes out, check it out. It's in the book. A copy of the doll rolls with my family's name in there. And my great-grandfather, who we found. And my great-grandfather is Choctaw, a freeman, as it says there in the doll rolls. A freedman. Choctaw. My grandmother is Cherokee. Now I know people say, oh, them people were sellouts and they own slaves. If you know the history of the Americas, of Al Morocco or Madrid or Turtle Island, it was indentured servitude. It wasn't shackles and whipping and killing. And you got your freedom in 7 years once you paid your debt. It is not like what they did back in the day. But nonetheless, get to know yourself. Know who you are, where you come from. I know who you are. I know where you come from. And I know that there's a light inside of you. You know what I'm saying? There's a river of life flowing in all of us. And we have an opportunity to get ourselves together. And we need to do that as soon as possible. Because we don't know, well, some of us don't know. Some of us don't hold those keys to the kingdom. Let that marinate. Some don't hold the keys to the kingdom. And those keys is your only way to get in there. And that kingdom is not what you think it is. Guide us to the path of light and righteousness. May everything we do be blessed nonetheless. Refresh us from the days of the old. We no longer walk around like slaves. We take control of ourselves, as the song is being repeatedly played behind us. The prayer, Preyer. The prayer. I'm not begging. I am commanding. I am manifesting. I am alchemizing. I can forgive you all I want to. Yes, I do. But let me tell you something. Your biggest bet is to get that forgiveness from the Creator. And I would do it quickly as possible before it's too late. None of us are guaranteed a life for 100 years, or some of us won't make it past 60 years. Some of them won't make it past 50 years. But at least you have a chance, and that chance starts with you. And you need to start making that path of righteousness yours right now. That's it, man. Peace. You heard my prayer for today. Y'all be good. Y'all be blessed.